first time at the Coliseum.
Yeah. So it's been so long that I wanted to know this fundamental part of London theater life.
The theater with the most expensive tickets.
Pricey. Only for some people and lottery winners or rushers. Very nice, very good first impression. I really like these glasses. I feel like a glass of wine but without the base.
Do you know what show you're seeing today?
Quiz. Yes. Chess. Chess, and I don't have no idea what it is about.
Do you think
Surprise me.
it's about chess?
Impress me. No, it's a metaphor probably.
No, it is about chess.
Oh.
Which could be used as a metaphor, but it's about
For death.
I think it's for war.
Like you're playing chess with death.
I don't know. I haven't seen the
War.
show, but I know it's during the Cold War and it's a match of chess. And I heard that the story is pretty weird and it doesn't make that much sense.
Ah, one of those. Okay. It's gonna be fun.
And Michael Ball is in it.
Yes. Michael
Our-
Ball is in it.
Our beautiful, pardon me the pun.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name.
The beautiful one?
Something Jensen.
The beautiful one.
Yeah, exactly. Like the woman that was so beautiful. Oh, something
Pretty good.
Jensen.
Not bad.
Yeah. Alexander Bird. And that's the only ones
Yeah?
I know. Yeah. Did you know
It's not an
that?
Oscar and Emerson, is it?
No, it was Tim Rice that wrote the lyrics.
Ah,
So
yeah.
the same guy that wrote the lyrics for
A lot of
Evita.
stuff.
And the
Lion King,
I think that the composers are the composers of, like, they're from ABBA.
They are part
Like
of
the-
ABBA. Oh.
Yeah, they're members of ABBA.
Okay.
I think that's it, yeah. I think it's pretty
good,
interesting.
yeah.
What is also interesting is that
Silent.
yesterday in the first preview,
Yeah, yes, it was the first preview,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
and did you know what
All
happened?
important place preview was on Thursday.
Ah. That's a reference to The Inheritance, right?
Yes.
So yesterday
What
during
happened?
the interval,
Oh my god.
the interval, the interval was taking. The thing is that the male lead, his wife, was expecting a baby. She entered labor during the show.
Yesterday.
So he had to leave during interval, and he was replaced by an understudy that hadn't rehearsed the show.
Oh, okay.
But
so they,
the study went alright. It was all fine. So like
That's
I'm
interesting,
expecting
actually.
him to give a very nice performance. Since he's probably happy because he has.
but you think he's
that.
gonna play today?
I would assume so. Yeah.
Isn't there a paternal leave?
No, not officially in the UK. I mean, no, there should be, right? No, I don't know.
Anyhow. Should be nice actually to see two characters playing the same actor. The opposite.
Confusing though.
Yeah.
Okay, but what are your expectations like? I know you know basically nothing.
I want to see what the venue inside, the seats, the leg room, the view, the spotlights. What to play? I have no idea. No, something classic, something maybe sung through or almost.
I know that there are screens, so in some moments you can see, even if you're far, you can see them on the screen. But that is not very much synced. It's not very synced.
That's bad.
So yeah, so let's see how.
But is
goes.
it like part of it, like Hamlet?
I have no idea.
'Cause those screens made sense. Or...
Yeah. No, but it's like
Ah.
they're filming them singing. That's what I got from what I read. But I'm
Could
not,
make sense with the Cold War kind of stuff.
yeah.
Surveillance, espionage kind of stuff. Time to go. Time to go.
Let's
Red
go.
alert.
See you later. Interval time. Any impressions?
Intermission. I'm liking it, yeah. A bit hard to understand the format. Feels like a sequence of performance because I think what I'm liking the most is the performers. Oh my god, they're so good. Yeah, I can see that. Oh my God, there we have some stars in the house tonight. Really, Michael Ball and the other women there are like really remarkable. I mean, the story itself is like, yeah, I don't know what's happening very much. I'm not sure if I'm like, following everything. It's like, I feel like I miss a little bit, not having listened to the soundtrack before, but yeah, I like the chess part match. Is like, I like that part, and not sure about them filming their faces appearing in the screens.
Yeah.
Sometimes it makes sense, most of it no, but I like
don't
because
know,
I'm
like,
far, we're kind
yeah,
of
the
far.
thing I think that the main reason for that is because it's a very big house.
Yeah.
And that gives a chance for people in the back to feel included as well.
Yeah.
And but I didn't find any reason for it in the, you know, in the story, in the concept. So like I like it, but you know,
Yeah. The set is nice, really big, feels like
it looks
an opera.
expensive.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not sure how much I like it. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I still have to, because like I'm
I
not
like
sure
it, it's very contemporary, very...
I'm not sure I get the concept.
Yeah, it's chess. Let's see.
How many minutes? 2 minutes. Finish your sandwich. Just finished Steam Chat. I had a great time. I really enjoyed it. I understood very little of it. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, like the lyrics. I think I could understand most of the lyrics, and I'm pretty sure it was a sound thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Maybe it's because it's the second preview, or because it's a huge, massive theater, but it's really hard, yeah.
Yeah, like I just like. I mean, when they repeated the lyrics, maybe it was easier.
Yeah.
But anyway, but the music was so good. Like the songs were so good.
Yeah.
And oh my God, the women in the cast, the two women,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. Like the woman that we saw in Beautiful, who I believe is named Cassidy Jensen.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she was so
She
good.
owned it,
And it
yeah.
was so amazing when we could see her being filmed. I mean, the final scene, her acting, she's incredible.
She was
She's
devastated.
incredible.
She was...
I'm like, I didn't quite fall. I mean, because my thing with how much I understood is that I understood the story, but
Yeah.
sometimes the motivation of the characters got lost.
Yeah,
and
or
then,
seemed too simple
yeah.
to like...
So I don't know if like I didn't understand, or maybe the show doesn't,
Yeah.
you know, doesn't go deep.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree with you. Yeah, it felt like at times like is there supposed to be to have like a social criticism behind it? Is it supposed to have like a big metaphor of the divided
Yeah.
world, or is it just like a genius who has a wife and a lover and then all this
Yeah.
conflict?
But
Yeah,
regardless,
it's a little bit. Sometimes I felt it was a little bit predictable. Like, I saw that coming, and like, it's a musical, so like, you see, it felt very much like traditional. I think. Yeah, that's what I was expecting, but yeah. So, like now, people start singing, and they sing about their emotions, and so, yeah, I wasn't surprised by anything besides the set, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, the set was really.
I liked
Really
it.
beautiful, really
Yeah.
nice.
I think there was a lot of work put in the
Yeah,
set,
yeah,
and it's quite interesting. I liked it more in the second act.
me too.
I think we could see more aspects of it. Like I think I liked the colors more in the second act. It was more yellow, and also sometimes they wouldn't use the pieces.
Yeah.
So it was just like then you wouldn't see anything. So that was cool as well. And the production was clearly done for this theater.
Yes.
Right? So, because nobody's really close to the actors, even if you're sitting in the stalls, there's still quite some distance between you and the actors. And I mean, probably half the people, like you said, half the people who are there, they are in the upper circle in the balcony.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you can barely distinguish facial expressions. We were in the front, like in one of the front rows of the upper circle,
Yeah.
and still like it was difficult to see facial expressions.
Yeah, the problem is really that, like, since I was a little bit tired, maybe I didn't concentrate.
Yeah.
Most of the songs I was like, ugh. In the middle of it, I'm just thinking about something else.
Such a different experience watching a show very close from the
Yeah,
actors and far, right? It's so
it is.
unfair. It's
It
so
is.
unfair. It's a different experience.
It is.
I would have gotten so much more out of it.
Absolutely, because some songs were more like agitated and more like with all the acrobatics, the Bangkok song, for instance. That was like really fun. I was really into it the whole time. And
Knock on the
yeah,
wall.
all the dance was really in general.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to listening to these songs
Absolutely,
now. Like,
absolutely,
I really
yeah.
feel that like they're easy to get obsessed about because
Yeah, I think
because
so.
they sound very good. Like they sound. I mean, they're very pop, right?
Yeah, and they're not Sondheim. Like,
No,
they're not like poetry.
I mean,
I think
the
they're-
lyrics are. I think the lyrics might be good. I didn't get most
Ah,
of them.
yeah.
But the music itself is quite good. Like it's
the
quite,
themes, like the things that repeat, like when I listened the first time, I was like, okay. The second time I was like, yes, this is so good.
Yeah, and there's something about the style of the music that it's really like old music. It
Yeah.
reminded me of like some older music. I mean, older music was like a few decades back.
Yeah, it felt more
like
like
you
50s,
mentioned
60s.
Evita. That was.
Uh-huh.
You reminded me of Evita. It reminded me of.
But what is the year? When was it created?
It's in the 80s.
80.
Yeah, no, it makes
Okay,
sense. It
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. No, I'm not. It's not a criticism.
Yeah.
It's just that like we can feel that like
Yes.
the music is not contemporary. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
But
So it's
reminded me of
so it-
the style. Really reminded me of Blood Brothers,
Uh-huh.
of the music, not
Uh-huh.
the story, and other
Yeah.
musicals.
Vita definitely.
But, anyway, I had a great
Michael
time.
Ball was really amazing.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on,
I know.
come on,
I have to talk
man.
about it. I
The other
wasn't.
guy was really good as well.
I wasn't prepared for it. Like
He just sings so well. It was like
I wasn't expecting him to be singing so well
Yeah.
still.
Yeah,
Because
I know.
So the thing is, Michael Ball, like when I started discovering musical theater, you know,
Mm.
you watch the anniversary concerts of Les Mis.
Yeah.
And then you see Michael Ball, and I was like, this is the best musical theater singer I've ever
Yeah.
seen. Like, it was perfect. I was just obsessed. I just wanted to see that that film like many times.
Yeah.
And then you,
And you did.
yeah, but then you discover like what he became, and now he's more like he does a lot of TV, and you know he's a presenter in shows.
okay.
Yeah. And then he's like you know, it's not the
comedy,
image that
more
it's-
like a comedian presenter.
it's like an old white guy
Yeah. Yeah.
being funny,
Uh-huh.
and then it's not like you know the super talented guy singing
Yeah.
the amazing songs on MS. So like I had this dissociation.
Absolutely,
So I was
okay.
just expecting to see this like new version of Michael Ball that I wasn't as fan as I was of the old Michael Ball.
Mhm.
But then it was there like he entered like he was acting. I was like, okay, it's Michael Ball, that's cool.
Yeah.
But then he started to sing, and I was like, yes, that is the voice. Like
Yeah.
oh, it was so good.
And his
I had
face and-
chills. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
His voice is amazing.
It just
still is.
it just fills the whole auditorium.
yeah,
right?
it does.
Feels
it
like
does,
okay.
it does. It has power.
Yeah.
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 Oh
It's
no, but,
opera way.
but the other guy that I don't know the name, but the
Yeah.
guy that plays
The American chess
Trumper,
player.
yeah,
Yeah.
He only played the first act.
Trumper,
yesterday,
yeah.
Trumper. That song of his, like the biggest song, he was so good.
yes,
He was
yes,
giving it
yes.
all. Like I was
Yeah.
even surprised that people didn't cheer like even louder because
Like the most
He was?
loudest one.
I
Yeah,
thought it was incredible. It was so good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really I had a great time. Yeah. Like it's weird like to have such a great time although you didn't understand most of the lyrics
Yeah.
and you're not sure about what you understood of the story.
Yeah.
But hi.
I was going to photobomb your photo.
No, it's
You
just a
don't, are
video.
you not doing
YouTube.
it?
I don't think she saw it, Chess. Anyways, but yeah, it's still like it just proves that there's something about the musical, right? When you had such a good time, although for different reasons than usually maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good evening, bye bye.
Bye.
So we thought that, especially with this show, it would be nice to talk about it a little after we saw it, because we saw it. When we saw it, we didn't know a lot of the songs or the plot or the story.
We couldn't understand most of the lyrics, and so
Yeah,
now
there
that
were
we
some-
understood,
Yeah,
and it's a sung-through musical almost.
not really. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of songs.
Yeah, so makes quite a difference, and well, it's something that we always think, right, that the musical changes, the experience changes every time we remember it.
It's very funny sometimes, like when you leave a show, you think you didn't like it, but then you start to process it, and then you realize that actually it was a great show, and
Exactly.
you really enjoyed it, and the other way around as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's why we're talking about it
Mhm.
again today. So my story is basically that I knew two of the songs before going that I listened to on the day of the performance. And then after that, I listened to two cast recordings. I listened to the original London cast recording with Elaine Page, if I'm not mistaken, and I also listened to the concert that they had at the Royal Albert Hall with Idina Menzel. You also listened to
I
something,
listened,
right?
something, but more random, more,
Okay. Yeah.
I think the one from London, the one with the black cover.
I think one was black, one was white. Why was the concert black? Was probably the original London.
Yeah, literally the first one I found on Spotify. And yeah, we've been hearing to the soundtracks ever since. We've been listening to the soundtrack, I think, these 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because it's so much fun, and so the songs they're so good for different reasons. Like, I think that some of them are like also karaoke songs, like very 80s, very dancing. Some of them are really like, well, musical style, like talking about what happening, and like dialogue based. And then some other ones are, well, just instrumental, and the instrumentals are really like
the chess match, right?
Exactly, yeah, and very
nice.
wonderful, and we can remember about the scene. And
Yeah, I think you can really see.
Yeah.
You can, like, after. I mean, I knew it before going to see it, but I think if you don't know that that some guys from ABBA wrote it, if people tell you afterwards, then you're gonna go like, oh yes,
Yeah, exactly.
I see it now.
I see
Because there is like a lot of ABBA 80s pop,
Yeah. Disco,
style there, definitely.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But like it was made for musical theater, so it makes a lot of sense. And also the lyrics, there are some witty lyrics, some lyrics that, I mean, witty in different ways. Like, it's not witty, Sondheim witty, but sometimes it's just like, oh, there's a lot of words going on. You know, like they wanted to, and sometimes they have so many references that I know that I wouldn't be able to capture them all because it was like the 80s, so it was for a different audience. But even when I looked some of them up, it was like, oh, it's not a very strong reference. I don't know, like, now that the one that comes to my mind is like One Night in Bangkok. He mentions that I don't know, like they mentions like the name of a guy. What was it? What was the lyric like? And the walls your oyster can stand between me and it's like they say. But what they say is that in the lyric, there's this part that they say like, oh, they have everything you can want except for Hugh Granor, who used something.
Okay.
Right, and you just hear that name. So I looked it up to see who that was.
Okay.
And actually, it was. He was a guy, an actor that played in The King and I.
Okay.
And The King and I was forbidden in Vietnam.
Oh.
So that was the reference, like,
yeah.
because it's gonna be musical theater people, then they will know that The King and I was prohibited there, and they will know that this guy. So it's like it's not a very great
insider
reference.
joke almost. Yeah.
And some things that just like
I don't know, for the lyrics for me, like, I'm sorry, Tim Rice. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's bad, but it's not something that
I think there's a
interests
lot.
me
I
as-
think it's not.
The part about Budapest, for instance, is, well, just that's the reference about
Yeah.
Budapest. Because the whole song about, like, talking about
Budapest is rising.
Yeah.
Budapest is falling.
I
That's
think
really
it's more-
nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I like more, I think, is the music and the
Yeah.
sound of it.
I don't know. I think the lyrics, some stuff is really good, and some stuff just isn't.
Mhm.
You know, some plays Murano, Durano,
Yeah.
na, 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 na.
Yeah, it's cute. It's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But and it's a lot also in.
yeah, okay. Now what? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think what bugs me more is the book itself. Actually, like
Yeah, no.
it's
yeah.
the.
Nobody
it's
likes
actually
that.
like, well, like, oh, the two women, for instance, that song, like, I know him so well.
Oh, I know him so well.
It's,
yeah.
come on, it's like the song is super nice, the scene is super beautiful, but what they're singing about
Yeah,
and the whole
it's-
concept
oh
is
my
super
God, it's
sexist and
terrible,
super.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it
like,
feels very dated. It feels like, oh my God, we cannot talk about this way
Yeah.
now. You know, that's what I felt. Many other scenes, like
Yeah,
One Night in
true.
Bangkok itself, was like, come on.
Yeah.
Cultural appropriation is, well, I don't know, after Eurovision, I'm not sure if
But even
we are that advanced.
even the
but-
choreography, they had a lot of like it was. I
There-
think. Yeah, the way they depicted Bangkok, you know, there was like only like female prostitutes and guys
Mhm.
going, and the choreography, the way that they were dancing, was like, oh, this is like how Asian people move and behave.
Yeah.
I
And like people passing as Asians as well as like the natives when they were like all white
Yeah.
Londoners.
yeah.
Yeah, a bit complicated.
It's very peculiar that in the program, so this is the program for the show,
Yeah.
they don't have a song list, they have a synopsis that takes 2 pages to tell the story.
And it was very helpful, and we
It was
actually
super-
learned a lot
yeah,
from it.
Yeah. After the show, I just read it and I was like, oh, that's why you have a synopsis, because you don't get all the story by watching the show.
No.
I mean, I don't know if it's either the book or like, but the sound quality, it was pretty terrible. We were sat in the upper circle, so maybe that was it. But even then, like half your audience is either in the upper circle or in the balcony.
Exactly.
So if you're not gonna worry about the sound quality there, and I'm not sure if only there that the sound quality.
No,
is
I don't
bad.
think so, because most of the reviews also
Mention that.
mention
yeah.
that on the day of the.
Yeah, and I mean they know that it's a huge place, so much that they added all the screens and everything to make sure that people could get some facial expressions
Yeah.
out of it.
It's just they don't have Hamilton's crew.
Yeah, but I don't know. I really like some of the songs. I mean, all of them. I don't think I skip many of them when I'm listening to the soundtrack.
Yeah,
But
because they are different. Yeah, they're very. Yeah, I think
But I think you agree with me that I just don't get why people like Anthem so much. The closing song, the Act
no,
1 closing song.
no,
I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, Michael Paul was amazing," and everybody
no,
like that song
no,
is so
no.
powerful.
There's nothing in there.
Yeah, the lyrics are so simple. Like maybe I didn't get it.
Uh.
Like, I know it's about like you love your country, you're living your country, and like I was expecting to identify with that because
Exactly,
I
yeah.
don't live in the country that I'm from. But no.
No, yeah, a lot of
Michael Ball does sing it beautifully. I
Mhm.
just don't think that the lyrics are very effective for me.
Well, many of the ideas like that are like many of the themes of the musical also they feel a little bit superficial at times. I
Yeah.
think like you could
I
go
think-
much further. It felt. I think like I didn't research very much, but like if you look at the history of the musical, like it changed every new place, every new production.
they
There was
changed the
another
whole
song
story.
added or the story changed.
Yeah.
So I think
Actually,
it
this
feels
one
like it wasn't in the oven for like years, and then it went to like previews and workshops and like off Broadway to Broadway something. It wasn't like prepared as a masterpiece. It felt a little bit like maybe it was released precociously.
Yeah,
and
but at the
then
same time, some people arguing.
yeah.
Some places that I read, some people say that it's just people try different ways of presenting the story and changing the songs and the story, and it just will not work.
Yeah.
Maybe just like
no matter how much you try.
Yeah. No, it needed more work in the beginning, I think.
What I really liked about the production, I don't know how the other productions were, but this one I liked that it was a show.
Yeah,
It was a spectacle.
Yeah,
So
it was,
like, so I didn't mind that I didn't get the whole story because it was like I'm getting, you know, huge musical numbers, great performers, and it's so huge, everything's so big.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I still, I feel even I have more confidence now in what I said. I think when I left the theater is that I could see a totally different production of the same show that was much less conservative and much more like I have a different when I listen to many of the songs, like the arbiter, the judge.
Yeah,
I mean that song is super campy. Really.
Yeah.
It's super ironic. It's super like I don't know. You could do it like super sexualized, super I don't know, something absurd. Like what the fuck? I'm the arbiter and I know best, and like everyone is like worshipping him. Like what he's a chess arbiter. Like it's so absurd. It's like it should be like funny or and it just felt like it didn't have this other layer. It just was a little bit one too literal, it seemed like, in the production that we saw.
It is true that like the production can play a vital role in how the story is told, and that is true. I don't know, like I feel like I want to talk about all the songs, like Nobody's Side. I really liked how Cassidy Jensen is amazing, and she was amazing in the show. She was amazing, beautiful as well. And Nobody's Side, like when she sings it is very beautiful, so much that it was like when I was hearing the lyrics during the show, was like, okay, I know what they mean, and I don't feel that I've been put in a place that I'm ready to hear this song now. Like I get the lyrics, they're nice, they're well written, but like the story didn't bring me here. Yeah. But then I was like, okay, but she, like, by her face I can see what she's telling, and then I was able to engage and then enjoy the performance. So I really liked her. I liked all of them. I really loved.
Maybe what you're saying. Sorry.
What?
Just maybe what you're describing is the 80s. The idea of like everything being kind of over the top, you know, like extravagant and like.
But like all the, I felt that like that's how I was able to enjoy the show, by looking at it as a sequence of musical numbers. Yeah. Because sometimes, like, you know, the second act, there's the new song that Svetlana, that's her name. Svetlana sings. He's a man, he's a child, and it's like, oh, I saw this woman in a little scene, and now she comes back to open the act with all this emotion. Yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm not prepared for that. Like, no, the story didn't, like I said, didn't bring me here. But then she turns, she brings the house down, and then it's amazing. They were like, okay, I'll take that. What I did find weird was the chess players, the names of the chess players. The dead chess players. Yeah, that was. Then it was like a whole song just singing their names.
It was very.
I'm sure there was
unnecessary.
Some meaning that we lost.
No, it was just an Oscar in memoriam moment in the middle of the musical. Yeah. Let's just honor the chess.
But I don't know those people.
Winners, like world champions of the past 2 centuries in the middle of this musical, because with like pictures in black and white. it's very, That's I think that epitomizes how the conservative and the view, the director's version of the whole musical.
Well, what has the director directed before?
Because it's like all the London National Orchestra, it felt like something like important, and that what was being told had to be like respectable. That's what I felt. Yeah. There was no room for
very strong tone.
Awkward, like something.
I'm really happy that I saw it. I'm so happy that such a production came to London, because I've been hearing about the show for so long. So it's I think it's an unlikely revival, and and it was so big. It was like huge orchestra, great cast. It was really like a spectacle. Like it was something big happening. So I'm really glad that I saw it. I would really like to see it again, but I don't wanna pay £80 to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could get the rush tickets that are cheaper, but then the view is pretty bad. So yeah, and it's a short run, right? It's like a bit longer than a month.
Yeah, I think it was also felt a little bit like almost like a history lesson or something in theater musical, like watching a classical and getting to know more about this important piece. But at the same time, I think that that's also what I didn't like, that it felt like a history lesson. It didn't connect that much. It had room for being relevant nowadays, but it felt a little bit like dated. And I see that I would have liked maybe another version of the another production of the same show better, maybe.
Okay.
So yeah, I still want to see this again in a different way.
So 3 stars, right?
Yeah. Yes. 3 stars.
Yes. Okay, so that's it for chess.
Checkmate.
Because he makes a play with queens, like queen in the piece in the game of chess, and queens like women and prostitutes. So like the men that go to Bangkok, they're after those type of queens, that they want these type of queens. And they also mean something about mate. Mate as in mating for sex. Like you want that kind of mate, and I want the checkmate. Yeah. Nice, Tim Rice. Nice, Tim Rice.